skip to a minute if you want to see the actual story. And that's what I'm going to get to now. I have 50 seconds to explain this. So, right now, I'm going to tell a little story, maybe just like a part of one that I'm just going to create up at the top of my head. Um, I'm kind of good at telling stories, and I've kind of had this thing rolling around in my head, but I can't write them. I'm terrible. I just can't get it down as I want it down. So, yeah. And now I might just want to completely blank on what I want to do. But it's going to be a story, and hopefully it's good. It's not going to be a typical story that you guys just could be like, ooh, sparkly vampires. But, oh yeah, it's almost Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. And Hanukkah and Yule and such and such. Okay, it's almost a minute. Okay. Okay, so once upon a time, that's not how I want to scratch. That's not how I want to start it. Okay. So minute 10. Minute 15 maybe. So you know how every story has a superhero, the main character, whoever is good and whoever is bad. Each story has its own unique perspective. And this story is going to have a different perspective because everyone always sees the hero. No one ever sees the sidekick. In this story, the sidekick is the hero. The hero is a fake. It's like the hero pushes around the sidekick. So, once upon a time, there was a girl named Abigail. Abigail helped everyone. Abigail put aside her feelings for everybody. The people she hated, the people she loved. Everybody. You could stab her in the back, and then ask for her help the next minute. And even when she's bleeding on the floor, she would say, okay. Abigail's best friend name was Liliana. Liliana was the queen of the school. She was perfect. She was skinny. She had bright blue eyes. And everyone loved her. She had the most radiant personality of all the school. She helped everybody. Well, she pretended to. Liliana would stay up all night and help everybody. When I say that, she would tell people the answers of a test, of the homework, of their problems. But what everybody thought was Liliana's phone was really Abigail's. Abigail stayed up all night because she was Liliana's best friend. And she wanted to help Liliana. She wanted to fix the broken pieces in her. And she was fine with that. She was happy helping. But as time went on, she fixed Liliana. She fixed the girl who betrayed her many times. And as soon as she fixed her, she had to move. Abigail had to move far away from all of the people who she became close to, who she helped. And she moved to the humid part of Texas. Plano, Texas, maybe. And she moved there. It's not a very big town, very urbanized, hundreds and thousands of kids, but it still seems small. She went to school there. She was happy. As happy as a girl could be, wearing an oversized sweatshirt every day, smiling just because that's what she needed to do. But she did. So she smiled, and she became friends with a girl named Chastity. And Chastity was her best friend. Chastity was shy. She was awkward. She was so skinny that it looked unnatural. Nobody really saw her. She was just another piece of the puzzle, the one that everybody loses. And Abigail felt for her. So what did Abigail do? She became friends with her and started fixing her too. She hung out with her. She spent the night at her house, every week. She helped her with all of her homework, did everything she could to make her happy. And what did Chastity do? Chastity beat Abigail. But Abigail was happy having a friend who she thought would be by her side every day. But that all changed when Chastity had to go to a different school. You know, zonings. But she was okay with that. She still hung out with her. Still, every weekend she would go visit. But she made more friends. Abigail made more friends. Abigail made friends with art. She painted and drew and sculpted and loved everything. She would even skip class to go to art. She would get the teacher to sign papers saying that she could come back instead of going to biology or algebra. Who needs that anyway? So she would. And when she's supposed to be in biology, she made another friend. You want to know who that friend's name was? Katie. She was friends with Katie. And Katie told her something. Kind of made the quirks in her head roll, I guess. She told her that she had a friend. She told her that she had a friend that was a werewolf. Now, let's pause here. But, what? Abigail was just like, okay. Okay. And she told her how that person had a bad side. An alter ego, maybe. And this boy's name was Kyler. Kyler was a good kid. I mean, she's seen him around once or twice. Athletic build. Always had a flush to his cheeks. And he was cute. Blue eyes. And brown hair. Short. But he was cute. And he was the boy that Abigail liked. But, so one day, because Katie gave her number, she texted him. Want to know what she texted him? She texted him saying, "I know what you are." And he was a little spooked by that. But everything fell into place. They talked night and day. She didn't tell him who she was for days. But he began to rely on her. His ex-girlfriend would bother him. Come back and then leave again. And she would do that so many times it broke his heart. It broke it. But she stayed. She stayed and she helped him. Because it made her happy to help him. But she loved him and he didn't love her. She loved him. Sad to say, but she did. I don't like this story. Probably gonna delete it and redo it. I don't know what to do now. This is making me irritated. Because the story is not really true at all, but it's irritating because there's so much more to it. I have like a timeline. Whatever, that'll do for now. I'll probably delete it tomorrow or something. So have fun if you guys see this. Bye. Lots of hugs. How do I do this? My hair's wet. I just got out of the shower.